Flood Law aims to be there when it matters. Flood Law founder and former prosecutor Todd Flood built his reputation handling some of Michigan's most high-profile cases. Todd Flood joins me now. You grew up in the city of Detroit in a big family. What was it like? What are some of your fondest memories growing up?
Well, we were poor in money, rich in love. I knew what welfare cheese tasted like. We were a sports family. My dad, was a school teacher. My mom was a school teacher. My dad worked a couple jobs. We had 6 kids. It was an experience that I would trade for nothing.
Military, I understand, was always important to your family, service to the military.
Yeah, my dad was in the Army. He was, served this country. My cousins, who I learned a lot from, fought in battles, Vietnam, very difficult for them to talk about. It was hard. I admire those people that gave to this country in those places.
Did you always know you wanted to become a counselor at law?
It's funny. God gave me the heart to play football, but not the DNA. So, but I loved the tenacity of fighting for, giving grit, trying to overachieve. And when I saw injustices, when I saw things that happened, I knew that was my calling, and I didn't want to miss my calling.
If I said, what does your law firm stand for, what would you say?
The core principles of our firm are integrity and service. We want to serve people. We want to have integrity in doing it.
One of your passions is what you've done in the past with drug houses. Tell us a little bit about that and why that's been important.
I got that from Mike Duggan. I was lucky to work for Mike when he was the prosecutor. And one of the things that we see in some parts is these abandoned houses that turned into drug houses, that turned into just houses of crime where ugly crimes would take place. And you would go and you would stand on that street and then you would think about, where people grew up, where families were, and you saw this just deterioration of this block. And there was something inspiring in me through Mike Duggan, who pioneered that, to build those places up to make them homes again. Similar to that was the Flint water crisis. Never have you seen, and I've seen in our lifetime, 100 people pass away from Legionella, or thousands of children poisoned with lead. And if you just take this down to its core principle, it was all about money. It was all about cash. Why was it so important to me? It was an opportunity to stand up, do what my heart wants to do, help those that are in need, use all my talents, and put one of the best teams, I thought, in the country around it. And that's why it was important.
Todd Flood, as someone who makes their living defending and adhering to the Constitution of the United States, as we have the backdrop of America celebrating its 250th birthday, what's your wish for America?
People died for our flag. I have the honor to be a lawyer and to represent what they died for in courtrooms. What I would wish and pray for is that we come together as a country more in solidarity, more with understanding, more with listening, and kind of move in step with, respecting the Constitution and respecting those that gave up their lives for this amazing, amazing country.